Nice quick break. Told you it was going to be a quick one.
What?
Gosh.
Oh,
I thought something exploded behind you.
She's like punching the air.
I emote too much. I know it's a problem.
Oh, you're talking to the emotive crew. Freaking out.
So we left off. They have met some kind of fairy creature who has reached down Petunia's shirt, and that is when she pulls out the tiny skull that you have on a necklace, and she looks at it, and she makes a very upset-looking expression. She's.
Do you know Petunia, the pixie queen?
She just flutters up, crosses her arms, and like kicks her feet in your direction. She doesn't speak though.
Well, she was my biggest mentor. She taught me so much in her end days, and she was really cranky, and she only wanted to talk to me. So she passed on her life lessons and her body as a reminder. It was a great effigy to me as a warrior pixie queen, that I could wear her skull in her memory.
So she doesn't. You're not sure if she's understanding you. She's like watching you talk, and she just kind of flutters back down into the center of you. Are you coming back at this point? She flew away from you.
Yeah.
Okay, so you join up with everyone else. The four of you are kind of circled around, and she's fluttering around in the middle. She's not talking.
Maybe she doesn't speak my language. Maybe she speaks Elven. I'm gonna try Elven. I know it now, all of a sudden. Better. I knew it before, but not very well.
Very impressed.
So I'm gonna try saying the same thing as Elven.
She has a similar non-response. She doesn't say anything. She just tilts her head, kind of like a curious puppy. She listens, but she's not saying anything, and you're still not sure if what you're saying is getting through to her.
And then I'm just gonna go like this point at it and be like, and then kiss it. She's like, you're crazy.
She doesn't. She's just very curious. Like, you're not getting a sense of like what she feels very alien to you. Like she actually, when she does kind of emote with her arms and her legs, that bell sound gets a little bit louder and then fades away when she's more calm and reserved. You think that might be how she communicates, but you don't understand it.
I don't speak Bell.
Do you guys know?
Ding, 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 ding.
I have a spell I really want to cast.
Maybe if I give her food.
Oh, it doesn't help. I just really want to cast it right now. I want to cast Find Steed.
What kind of steeds would they have? Little miniature
Well,
ones?
there's no rules in that I could read in the casting of the spell of what it can summon, like specifically. But
I think you can run.
yeah, it's something that it's intelligent, and we're bonded. Whatever. It takes a little bit of time. I think it's like 10 minutes to cast it, but I figure it's probably based on where I cast it, that the steed is kind of that area, I imagine. So I figured this is a really good place.
So you don't know.
So I'm like, I don't know, I'm asking you guys, I want to cast a spell and see if I can get a steed from this area.
Will it be able to go with us, though, even?
It's something that I can summon and let depart at will.
Okay, but can a steed carry all of us?
No, it would just be for me. But I haven't used it yet.
Okay.
So like I've been waiting for an opportunity to.
Team player, great.
Well, like I wouldn't like run off, but I haven't summoned it, and it's something that I can bring back to me whenever I want.
Can it leave this plane? Because what if we like get out of here right away?
Well, it's something I summon.
Oh.
So it would fuck off and then come back when I need it.
That's handy.
Yeah, so I figured this is probably a good time for me to get it. If you guys have 10 minutes for me to cast this.
I'm sure we have 10
Yeah?
minutes.
Okay.
We're just
Yeah,
trying to
well,
figure
well,
out
this
where
fairy
to
is
go.
really like slaughtering
okay, you
us
do
to
that.
death.
And I'll try to
I'm
communicate.
gonna go and do this spell. Yeah.
If she's anything like, guys, If she's anything like Petunia, she could kill us where we stand. This is the most fierce creature I've ever met. Thank God I was her friend, because she would just, even on her death throes, she could probably kill me. So
much of a difference between a pixie and what is this, a fairy?
she's bigger than Petunia was.
Oh, okay.
And I got her name too.
Okay, should I try casting like animal friendship? Would that?
It's
not really
an animal.
It's not an animal. I know.
Humanoid.
But I know.
What do you think she eats? Meat buns?
Ooh, maybe not meat buns. What do you think?
Fruit?
Yeah, fruit. Pull
What's
some
fruit?
fruit out of your bag.
I've never eaten fruit.
That or meat.
Ooh, meat.
I like meat.
Pull out a meat.
Okay, which kind? I like rotten meat.
Fresh meat?
Fresh.
Fresh? Like
What
fresh cow meat?
Sure.
How about fresh eel? That tastes good.
Whatever.
Only you can control your
You
bag
have
of treats.
so many options.
How about fresh dragon? Oh no, maybe not dragon. I feel bad about that.
Well,
What about
what about the ethics of it? It's off topic completely, but
The ethics of.
like, where
How
does
about
the
fresh
stuff
elf?
that's in your bag
No,
come
I'm just
from?
like.
Okay, so what do you do?
I just pull out some meat, some random meat. I think
What
I,
kind?
it's like sausages. Yeah, made from I like rabbits. I like to eat rabbits.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you pull out, it comes out freshly cooked sausage or rabbit sausage, and as soon as you take it out, you can smell it has like this nice aroma, and her face wrinkles up, and she's disgusted.
I'm like,
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah.
I'll put it. I'll just like bury it with my foot. Okay, so then I try bread. I pull out bread, fresh baked bread.
She looks at you. She doesn't understand.
Okay, can I do like a
Little
nature roll? Like,
berries.
what is around here? What does it seem like a fairy would?
Yeah, you can go ahead and make a survival check.
Ah, shoot.
Like got on like little gooseberries. or
9.
something.
Do sugar cookies exist in this?
You're not exactly sure what she eats, if she eats at all.
Can anyone pull anything out of its bag?
Is it just food?
Just food.
Yeah,
It's
and,
good,
and
but,
it's a
like,
magic
not
item,
just
so
you.
anyone can use it.
So, show her how to use the bag. Like, different things come out, but there's nothing in it.
So I hold the bag up to her.
She flutters down, looks inside. She just kind of reaches in and pulls out, just kind of like you see a weird lines, kind of like almost like a vapor. It kind of puffs out where her hand comes out and then disappears.
Oh, there's like people under there.
She steals souls.
Oh my god!
No.
Okay, can I?
Can we see what that
Arcana?
is? Can we roll for that?
Sure.
Or perception.
What would that be? Arcana or perception?
She eats clouds.
Arcana.
It's worse.
2.
7.
Oh, 3. We're rolling like
Wait,
gangbusters.
I can't even get
Caroline
above
for
10.
She's starting to lose interest in the lot of you, and she starts to flutter away. She starts to flutter away towards. Basically, she flutters out over top of in the middle of the waterfalls, and she's kind of fluttering around out there a little bit. But she stays there, and she turns and flutters and is watching you.
You play music.
Yeah,
Play your drums
I got
out.
some drums.
And then so I start bongoing on my drums, and I start singing the harpy song, but like the bongo version. Na 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 na.
You sing. You wouldn't be able to play the tune of the harpy song.
No, that's my version of it. Na, 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 na.
So she doesn't seem that. She's just curious and just watching you from a distance now.
Okay, well,
You should do your cantrip with the lights. Maybe she'll like lights.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like your dancing monkey right now. I'm just doing all these things.
So what are you guys doing while these two try to entice a fairy?
Casting my spell, focusing on an owl bear.
We're a mess.
I'm like, there's like
Make a perception check while she's so you've kind of laid out a little area for you to do your
18.
prayers and go into to study. You got 18. Okay. When she's kind of wandered off just up that little hill there into a grassy area that's a little bit quieter, and you're watching her. You're just kneeling down and
Yeah,
praying
I'm
and
doing
going to a meditation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you start praying to
I might
illustrate,
need
to guide
special
you.
things, but-
you notice that when she's doing that, the fairy's watching her. Like, she's very intent on what she's doing. Like, she kind of flutters in a radius. Like, she'll come closer to the edge where the waterfalls are, and then she watches, and then she'll flutter back away again, keeping her distance. But she seems very interested in what kind of prayers are going on over there.
She just seems like maybe she's interested in magic.
Oh.
Well, I've got these blights and stuff. It doesn't care about that. That's some serious magic I'm doing. Right
Okay,
now.
so I use flame in my hand.
She's not paying attention to either of you. You guys are doing all these things. She has no interest in either of you.
We're like,
She's just kind of interested in what she's doing.
She doesn't.
She just seems to be focusing on Cernia right now.
Okay.
Praying. I should pray to Shar.
sure.
Okay. Oh, Shar, you never listen to me, but maybe this once.
And then I have like one eye.
No answer.
Okay. I'm just gonna sit on a rock and kind of observe like what the fairy is.
Yeah. Takes 10 minutes.
Watching, like, or like
Make an insight check, I
what
guess.
things she's doing
Sure.
that are gaining her interest.
I'm gonna try to cast Beast Sense and speak
20?
with animals. Yeah, on her.
But she's not an animal.
When she gets close enough that you can get a little bit better look at her face, it doesn't feel like curiosity. It's something else. Like, she's watching her pray, and it's not like she's like, what's going on over there? She just has some kind of, there's a real valid interest there when she's praying.
Okay. Hey Shriad, I'm pretty sure that this fairy is watching Cernia because she's praying. Didn't they say that, like, in order to find our way through here, we had to contact a god? And
Yes.
do you think maybe she's sort of a
Like a messenger? Like she's like,
maybe watching for someone?
so I should pray to the god.
I mean, if she's taking the time to go through the process of finding a steed, maybe this is a good time, so we're not wasting any time to try that out.
Okay. I'll just...
What were you going to say?
The find steed spell, it takes the form of whatever, but it is a fae or fiend. So I am technically summoning a fae.
Like
So-
a fae mount?
Yeah.
Like a face spirit in the form of whatever you
Yeah.
want. Yeah.
Yeah. So that would explain why the fairy is interested, perhaps?
Okay.
I have something similar. I have conjure animals, and it
Yeah.
it's a fae spirit, and it takes the form of it's a
Yeah.
fae or a fiend. Yeah, and it takes the form of whatever beast I want it to.
So as you're praying and you're concentrating, trying to connect with Elstrade, you have this overwhelming sense of connection that you have never felt before in your entire history of worshipping any gods. Normally it's this kind of, the best way to describe it would be like if you have a telephone call and the call keeps dropping and or just gets fuzzy. That's how the best moments have always felt. This feels like she's sitting with you right in front of you. So when you start praying, you're not just meditating. You feel like you're having a full conversation with someone, a friend that's right in front of you. But as you finish the spell and the prayer, nothing happens, but you have an immense sense that she's with you in a way you never have before.
Can I ask her where we should go? I will ask her where we should go.
Make a wisdom check.
4.
You feel, you don't hear anything, and with that roll you sense that the water below will take you there.
Tell you guys that I'm the highest intelligence.
If I'm done my meditation and there's no awesome kick-ass steed in front of me, I'm gonna go towards the waterfall then and peer down.
Okay, so you can see that there are multiple falls that all fall into the central area, but they are very distinct ones. You have a sense towards one of the particular falls, and it's the one that is on the right side of that gathering lake there. That one calls to you.
I think we should go and check out the falls.
We're gonna do what Petunia said.
What did you say?
I said to check out the falls.
Yeah.
She said that I should go into the water. And
Yeah,
then
in a
tell
boat.
me where to go in the water.
Oh yeah. Let's do that. Let's do it by the waterfall.
So the one that you're pulled towards, you're going to go towards the water?
Right.
Or are you going
Do
to
you guys
try
want to
to
do that?
go down? You have to climb down there. It's pretty far, several hundred feet straight down.
I would like to check out the fall first, but
Okay.
ultimately,
So you guys start to wander around the rocks, which you can see there. You wander around, and there's some narrow areas where it's a little precarious. You can see down. You can hear the the mighty chume of this water that collects in this very, very deep basin. You continue all the way around, and the fairy is still kind of out there, watching and fluttering, and she eventually just stands on a rock on the other side of, like, there's a little rocky outcropping on that, the one that you're supposed to go towards. She stands on it, and her wings kind of flutter for a couple of seconds, and then she just stands and watches as you come around towards the other side of the water. The water, it doesn't seem to move at a very brisk pace, but you feel like there is a very powerful energy in the water. You just get this sense, and it has almost like a diamond-like shimmer to it as you get closer. You guys can all make a perception check as you get close to the water.
22.
21.
8. 17.
15 or higher. So all the other water up to this point that you've seen reflects the sky, almost like a mirror. As you get closer to this, anyone got a 15 or higher notices that as you look into the water where Cernia has led you, it doesn't reflect what you see in the sky above you. In fact, it reflects a dark night, starry-filled sky that's almost at dawn. Just a little hint of orange in the water, and that is what you see. You do not see the reflected sky.
So I guess I'm more focused on this weird energy.
Yeah.
I asked you guys, do you feel that? It's a little bit of like a pull to this?
Yeah, well, I mean, the water isn't reflecting its environment.
So I look at it now.
Now you see it. Now they
Yeah.
pointed it
It's
out.
different. Maybe it's a portal.
Yeah. Is this the only waterfall that looks different? Like, we've looked at all
This is
other
the only
ones?
one you've really seen so far. You have to go
Okay.
all the way around and look at all of them. There's a lot of them.
Do you want to look at the other ones?
I don't know.
I mean,
just
this
want to
one's...
reach out, like.
You guys can make a spot check or a perception check right now. As you're standing near this water. You're looking out over this vast, and it's huge. Like it's probably
23.
a mile in all directions.
Wow.
7.
10.
23.
Oh, sorry, 11.
13.
11.
Only Cernia, you see this as you're kind of engrossed in what you're seeing in the water, and you have this kind of this inward sense that, like, this feels like the center of a universe in a lot of ways. And you look around, and way across the way, you see standing on rocks next to another waterfall, just barely, like it's a very far away. You're an elf, so you can see it, and you're also weirdly noticing that the light doesn't bother you here. And you've gotten a lot better with it, and especially with the armor that you've been wearing, it's gotten better. But you still have a little bit of discomfort. It doesn't happen here, and you see all the way across, probably about a mile. Standing on one of the rocks is this brightly silver glowing unicorn, and it's grazing on some of the moss that is gathered around the rocks next to one of the waterfalls.
They're delicious.
I see a unicorn.
A unicorn?
Yeah, I tried to summon a steed. I don't think that's it, but I see a unicorn.
We gotta catch it. We gotta eat it. They're
No,
supposed to be
but
delicacies.
Does this feel at all like the portal room in Chromanthia?
A little bit, yeah. And all of a sudden a horn.
Yeah,
A warning alarm goes off.
it's another type of fairy. Instead of bells,
It's the horn
alarm.
fairy.
Yeah.
You close the door.
Maybe.
Just like sirens. All of a sudden, in the inner city.
Oh, it's good.
There we go. We're good. Well, whatever. It's
Yeah.
kind of cooling off. So.
A little bit. Not enough though.
Yeah, you feel like this has a similar, like the same statement that Aurora said about that room. It's like it feels like the heart of a universe here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I'm not sure how to relate that to the rest of the party. I would say it feels like that room that Aurora showed us with all the portals. Like this feels like the center of some sort of universe. Like this is connected somehow. It may be portals. These waterfalls.
I think
Okay.
if we're gonna use it, we should build a kind of a little craft that will go over the waterfall. So it'll be fun.
Well, maybe we
don't even
can.
know that that's. I mean,
we have
Maybe we
to,
can climb down.
but we have to make sure that that it's the right fall. If you say that,
I have a good feeling about this one that we're in front of right now. But there's a unicorn over there.
Can I
Unicorns are awesome.
meditate and try to
Delicious.
figure out which one it would be because I have the cloak on me?
Who are you, Voldemort? You gonna go drink some unicorn blood?
Yeah.
Is it? I mean, who does
Ugly-
Shriela worship?
Ugly one-horned mule.
Does she worship elven gods,
Well,
or is she more of like a nature worshiper itself?
I'm a nature worshiper itself, but I mean, I became a druid after I left my parents.
So was religion part of your life a lot?
Where'd you get this?
I would imagine my because my
Wizards of the
I mean, I think you would probably answer that better because that'd be like whatever my father would put upon us. He was all about.
He wasn't.
stature.
Yeah, your father wasn't overtly religious.
Okay.
You always got a sense of anger about it, actually.
Oh. Okay.
Your grandmother was a little bit more, but usually when she'd been into the sauce a little bit.
Go, grandma.
so always.
Yeah. She was fond of. I'm just trying to think who'd be an elven god. Fenmeril Mastrine would probably be a god that she would have been into.
Sorry, give me the name again. It's
Fenmeril Mastrine.
I wanna go check out the unicorn.
Can I try praying to this god?
Have you ever before? Sure.
I mean, I guess I would recognize the name. It'd be like the one name that I remember hearing my grandma say.
Yeah.
And
You,
then
you don't really know. You can make a religion check about that.
Okay.
That god.
Okay. Do a religion check.
Usually first contact is the most intense.
Wow, I rolled a 1.
So you actually know. You don't even know how to pray to the person. In fact, you probably don't even know how to pronounce the name correctly.
Awesome. Well, elves are connected to like nature deities. Is there one that I could pray to? I mean, there's the druidic, like, what is it called? The first circle? But, I mean, that's...
Yeah, your knowledge of the nature gods isn't necessarily charged to the elven pantheon.
Yeah.
It would have been more of. It actually would have been less so because you left home and learned about your druidic path from people in the main part of the world.
Mm-hmm.
So no, you don't have very good knowledge of the elven pantheon at all.
Okay.
I want to lean down by the edge of the water and just touch it.
So you put your hand into the kind of star one.
Yeah.
You put your hand in, and you feel there is a powerful current in that water, and your hand actually like goes, and you have to like pull yourself.
Okay.
And even though you've only put your hand in, you can feel a strong pull.
So it feels like water, but just like it.
There's a
has its
very
way
strong
it
either
wants to go.
undertow. It'll take you. If you could not swim against it.
Because it doesn't look like that on the surface.
Is it
No.
wet?
No, still.
Is it water? Alex, is it water? Is it wet?
It's wet, but it's like it has a definite like. Well, I mean, so it feels stronger than like what a waterfall would.
Yeah.
It has a way that it wants to flow. Looks like it's going somewhere, a mind of its own, but.
Should we go swimming? We didn't
Well,
get hand.
they might be portals. Like, I have a good feeling about this one, but we probably should check out our other options and that freaking unicorn on the other side.
Yeah, it tastes good.
No.
So you guys are standing around at the edge, and you see that little fairy flutter up to the center and slowly lower herself in, and she just disappears under the water.
See?
She just disappears.
But we don't see her under the water.
No,
She's
she just disappears.
Oh, she likes to swim too.
It's some sort of portal.
No, it's a portal.
Oh.
Like, it feels wet to the touch, but it goes somewhere. It's not just, like, a waterfall.
And you said that it feels like where we were with Aurora, where it's all these portals. So if we go to the right fall, then we'll end up in Evermeet.
Or somewhere else in this world, or somewhere completely bananas.
Well, I feel yes. That's why we need to make sure the one that we're
This one looks like it takes you to space.
space.
What's space?
I think Evermeet is different than space. This does not look like Evermeet.
Well, look, there's like a bunch. Let's look at the other ones.
Yes, I want to look at the other one.
Yeah, this one's.
Can my cloak
I like
help
this
me?
One, but
Can I try to channel my cloak to guide me?
You'd have to spend 8 hours attuning to it.
I wish
Another time.
Aurora was here. She would know.
What are you trying to do, Sheila?
I'm trying to use my father's memory to point me in the right fall, perhaps, because I can channel that memory.
Why don't you just stick your hand in and then I grab her hand and stick it in the water?
Oh, great.
Who?
She took my hand and put it into the fall.
You feel the same thing, that pull. It's like it would pull you under. Or further along. There's definitely a current there that you can't see on the surface.
You know what I mean? It's kind of like the spiders.
Ugh.
Why don't you go stick your hand in every single one, because you're an elf, and see which one feels the best?
Do I feel something very particular about this fall, or?
Don't feel anything, any sense, no.
I don't think this is the one.
It'll probably take you a few hours. There's dozens of, and then, like I said, it's a mile across at least.
No, I must channel something. A few hours.
Maybe the unicorn knows. Maybe he doesn't know anything. We can eat it.
No!
he's like, "Hey, hey, you, buddy."
Oh no.
Can I speak with
We
animals?
can speak with animals.
I can.
Yeah,
I'm gonna ready my ritual.
No.
he's really far away though.
Yeah, he's about a mile across.
Yeah, you can't yell that far.
So what do you do?
I trust this fairy.
All right, you want to? Yeah,
And
sure.
which fall did the little
Right in front of you.
This
the
one.
one,
Let's
this
go into
one.
this one. I have a
Oh.
good feeling about it. The
Like,
stupid
which-
fairy said to go.
I don't think she'd go if
So-
it wasn't safe. I mean, we're
I
perfectly fine
don't know
here.
if I trust the
Why-
fairy, but
Even if where she went, they don't eat food. I at least have my bag.
I'm pretty sure she didn't commit suicide right in front of us.
No,
so.
she went somewhere.
She had enough.
But what did she pull out of that bag? Let's try to remember that.
Yeah, she doesn't eat
I
food.
have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't really trust things
She
that don't eat things.
pulled out like vapor. It looked like
Oh my!
something.
What if she took all my food somehow? And then I look in and I can still pull stuff out.
Can you?
I don't know.
Oh.
What if she took all my food?
She
pull
has an
something
obsession
out.
with magic.
Try to pull something.
You reach in and it's a regular bag.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh
You've just been waiting to take my bag.
Oh, God.
You told her to put the hand in there.
I did. I feel so bad right now.
Oh no! So she likes magic. You were right.
She took the magic.
So maybe she's trying to steal our magic by leading us. Oh God! I'm so sorry.
We gotta get that fucking fairy! So can I dive in after her?
Oh no! I grab
Do
you.
it.
I'm gonna grab you.
Okay, make an opposed strength check.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm fucking grabbing you. Where's my fucking
We're
dice?
all like I said, Ral gets us all emotional.
I think this is a great way to get us going, though.
Oh, 19. So
Oh.
strength. I got
It
Add your
goes.
strength bonus.
So not
Just
saving
strength.
throw. Okay,
I
sorry,
lose.
yeah, sorry.
I just straight up
19,
lose.
20, 21, 22.
You try to grab her, and she just is way too strong. She's got so much muscle in that tiny little body. And she just goes straight into the water.
I'm still gripping her, so I guess I go with.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the two of you go in, head first into the water, and you feel an immediate pull as you get pulled into this undercurrent, and water just pushes its way into your body, and you're choking. Like, you feel yourself drowning as the water pushes you towards the edge of the waterfall and just punches you out over the side of it, and you fall straight down.
God damn it.
About a mile down.
Do we see them
Towards the
going
water.
over, or do they just feel like they're going over?
You see them go under the water and go over the edge.
Because we're not elves.
I don't know.
Oh my god.
But we're not. We're somebody who.
So how do we?
She she prayed and she.
It got. So where are they? They're like at the side.
They went over
No,
the edge of
they're
the
over
waterfall.
we went over the edge.
Oh my god. All right, Alex. Well, at least hold hands.
Okay. Wade in. It's not gonna make any
You
difference.
can't wait. As soon as
No,
you put
I
your feet
gra-
in, closer
yeah.
under.
Oh,
We're
shit.
jumping in.
Okay, we're
Yeah.
holding hands.
Same
We're holding
thing.
hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just hear this thunderous roar as you feel your body all of a sudden lose its weight as you look down, and you just see this massive gouts of water, all of you falling straight towards, and you're plummeting at an insane speed, and you can see the ground coming closer and closer and closer. And right when you're about to smash into the rocks below, you feel yourself plunge, and you feel the polarity of the entire world reverse upside down, and your heads pop up out of a stream. And you gather your breath as all of you pop up, and you find yourself slowly just drifting down this quiet stream in a new
It's like
place.
the magician's nephew.
This is what you see.
Wow, we're back at the same place.
I think it's this one.
Spoilers.
The stream slowly trickles by this place. The sky is a little bit darker than the picture here. You kind of have like just the faint lines of orange, like dusk or dawn is coming, and there's stars in the sky, but you're floating along this quiet stream, and it's not cold. You don't even really feel wet. And you see the fairy sitting on this grassy bank as your heads pop out, and she's sitting on a rock, and she's watching as you kind of all of your heads pop up, and you gently, lazily float down this quiet stream. You can see ahead the stream kind of drops off into another kind of like a sharp cliff, but that is what you see, this strange place growing out of trees. There's no threat of going over the side unless you just keep floating for another like 5 minutes.
Well, I'm gonna clamber out of this stream.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna run as fast as I can to the ferry with my bag and just go ding 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 and keep saying.
She looks at you and flutters up, and she goes up into a branch and looks down at you like she's a little bit afraid.
And I'm crying too. Ding
And
ding ding
then I'll
ding.
try to like show her I'm like hand back into the bag, like instead of pulling out but like putting in.
She shakes her head.
Please.
She shakes her head.
She's so sad.
She shakes, you hear the bells go, but they go quiet again. She flutters up, and she starts fluttering towards that bridge that you can see there.
I guess we just follow the fairy.
I just keep following her anyway.
Yeah.
I just keep going ding 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 ding.
Yeah, I follow.
Okay. So you follow along this kind of tricky edge and get yourself towards this bridge, and it's very, very narrow. And the ferry floats and goes right to the center where that bridge is the narrowest, and it's crafted out of the actual woods itself, very much like Draenor. She stands right in the middle of the bridge, right at its narrowest point, where you'll kind of have to take a little bit of a long step, or you might fall on either side. It's very precarious. She stands right there. Her wings are fluttering a little bit. And you guys are still at the end of the bridge.
I'll go ahead first. I feel so bad, Petunia. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna go follow her.
One at a time? Is that
Okay.
what you're thinking?
Should we, go
Okay.
one at a time, but
You still have any rope?
Mm-hmm.
Let's tie it to each other.
Each
Just in
other?
case.
Is this
Just
like...
each other, yeah.
Okay, if we fall
Yeah.
into the stream we were in before?
If you fall off this, you can't see how far down it goes.
Yeah, let's tie it to each other.
It looks like an infinite abyss.
Honestly, okay, so is the edge of the thing, like...
I'm probably heaviest, actually. I'll stay last.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
then
So
I'll
you're
be-
going to step onto the bridge?
Yeah.
So you step on, and as soon as you do, you hear music start to rise unnaturally around you. Like an actual song playing. And it's very... It feels like something that would be played with wind instruments. It's very light and very airy, but it has this infectious... It just kind of takes over your body. Make a wisdom saving throw.
14?
So, you seem to resist whatever that is, and it's very hard though. The music is very enchanting. And then you look closer at the fairy who's standing there. She jumps up a little bit and starts fluttering at the middle of the bridge, and she starts singing to the music. But now she's singing words that you can understand. And she starts to flutter back towards the other side of the bridge. And the musical words that kind of float into your ear in a language you don't even understand why you can comprehend it. It's music. She tells you to dance across the bridge.
For some reason, I just like, since I saw this fairy, super trust the fairy, so I'm gonna... So she's at the
far end.
point?
She's
no,
on
yeah,
the
so
other
she's
side.
gone farther, but she was
Yeah.
at the very middle
In
when
the
she
middle,
started doing
yeah.
that.
It's about 80 feet across. You have to make 2 checks.
Okay,
The first one is an acrobatics check.
I'll do that. So I'm gonna start doing just a little I feel really weird about this. What's going on dance? So acrobatics.
Yep.
7.
So you get out about 20 feet and you're just trying to get your footing, and you look down and all you can see is an infinite edge of like mountain and trees. Like it just goes, you have no idea how far down it goes. It can be miles.
Okay.
And it all of a sudden overtakes you and you start to get a little bit dizzy.
Who's next after you?
You guys, you're all standing at the edge of the bridge. You
We're
don't know what's going
one
on.
at a time, and I'm
She
holding
stepped
on to
out
her
there, and all of a
rope.
sudden she started like kind of weirdly, almost like in a trance, start to go out, and she's losing her balance.
Well, I'm just clamoring
This
after
is
the
weird.
fairy
Should I
because
pull her back?
Alex?
You don't hear anything.
Some nice music.
Yeah, you just hear music rising and swelling above you, and you feel yourself being like, you feel like the tempo change a little bit to be a little bit more ominous, and almost like it's accenting the feelings that you're having about what's about to happen to you, and you feel yourself as though you're going to fall over the edge.
Okay.
Pull her
Yeah,
back?
pull her back.
No,
Okay.
like if I try to push past that, realizing that the music is matching like my mood, and that like there's a bad feeling to the bad music, and vice versa.
Yeah.
If I just like try to push past that and be in a happy mindset and like actually get into the rhythm and dance.
Okay, make
Does
a
it-
wisdom saving throw.
11.
Okay, so you manage to push it away and you gain your balance again.
Okay.
You have to make a perform check, which is a charisma based.
12.
So you're about to go out there, and she gains her confidence again, and then she starts to dance all the way across, even the narrowest part of that bridge, which you wouldn't want to dance. She does. She drops a foot and pirouettes and continues on along to the other side, and you feel like you're in a trance, and this, as you're getting closer, the beauty of this place is overwhelming you, and you feel just immensely creative. You may have never danced before, but that's all you want to do now. And you stop and you walk off the other side of the bridge, and you see the fairy differently. She looks very drow. The three of you are still standing there, and she ends on the other side, right next to the fairy, and she's standing there, and she's got this weird... She's smiling. It's weird. Alex has this, like, she's like...
I'm gonna be so embarrassed forever.
Whoa.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask her to disconnect and send the rope back. But she looks fucking weird.
I have never seen her dance nor smile.
Yeah.
I don't even care. I was crying, holding my bag. So I want to chase the fairy because...
You want to go after?
She's already gone.
Yeah,
So
because I just like that. Fix my bag.
So you go.
So.
Wait for the
So,
rope.
Before
Wait
that's,
for the
yeah,
rope.
the rope thing. So am I like lucid after that, or am I just still like happy dancing then?
You're pretty, like, you're not yourself.
Can we...
I'm gonna
But,
call
like,
and
would I
ask
still
for
have-
her to untie
Yeah,
herself.
you're conscious enough to be like, oh yeah.
Okay,
so
I reel it back.
No, I untie myself and I tie it off. Like, is there a post on the end?
You gonna tie it off? Okay.
Yeah, you can see there's a little post there,
You
yeah.
guys can just hold on to
Okay,
that.
I can't communicate with you, but I see you tying it.
So then you'll be loud,
Yeah.
and then you'll... Yeah.
Alright, so Petunia, you just go out there and make a wisdom saving throw.
The fairy's gonna get me.
Say wisdom. So 13.
So you step out and you hear the same swell of music. The music for you is actually it's different. It's this ancestral drum beat that starts like pumping in your ears, and you feel like heavy drum beat that it's in your blood, and it's not what you learned with your tribe. It goes something way deeper, way back. You feel it's calling the goblin inside of you, and you feel like this mischievous anger rising up over you. In fact, you go into a rage.
And I can get my bag back.
You make 2 checks.
Uh-oh.
The first one is a athletics check because you are in a rage.
Is it like the sound of like when Gandalf takes him through the mountain?
Yeah,
Oh.
something like that.
Oh, that's not great. Okay, so 16. Oh no.
You get advantage, right? Because
sorry,
you're in a rage, and
yes,
it's athletics
okay.
check.
Okay. Sorry, that was actually 12. 12. It's a 12.
So she just starts running, like full speed. As fast as her legs will carry, she starts running. You get to the midpoint, and all of a sudden the music takes over, and you hear the music speak to you, telling you to dance. Make a performance check.
Oh, great. I'm great at performance.
Dance, monkey, dance.
Okay, this better be a high roll because I'm a negative in performance. Okay. 3.
She does the worst. It's like it looks like she might have been doing like kind of like a mix. You get a sense of like it's almost like capoeira, but she's cartwheeling with her face instead of her arms, and like rolling. It just looks like a mess of arms and legs that rolls off of the other side of the bridge next to Alex. You ignore the rope that's there. You don't even recognize that it's there to save you, but you manage to get to the other side. And as you do, you turn to look at the fairy that stole the powers of your bag, and you see she's like 9 feet tall, this beautiful, completely naked drow woman standing there. And she looks down at you with this just smile. You've never seen a more beautiful woman in your life. Who's going next?
That's me.
Yep.
So you step out.
Onto the bridge.
You step out, and again, it's almost like you're entering into a tavern that's just blustering with music, and like this infinite drop below you can hear music swell up all around you, and you weirdly do hear like people talking and chattering, and as this sound grows and comes out of the caverns below you, you hear music just come out over top of it. And it's the song that Van first played for you when you met. And it rises above everything. And you're completely wrapped in that world. You have to make an acrobatics check.
Oh dear God.
You've been practicing on the boat.
That was athletics.
Oh,
10.
So the music kind of takes over, and you feel yourself walking forward and just being pulled, almost like you're pushing your way through a crowd to get to the source. It's like a memory that you have from a while ago, but you can't source it right now, and you're pushing your way through, and you're stumbling. You get about to the halfway point. You can make a wisdom saving throw, or the sense of the crowd starts to wash over you at this point. Like the crowd is crushing in on you, and you can't get away from them. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Is this charm or magic?
Yes, but you don't get advantage on it.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is wisdom saving throw. Okay. 20.
You just kind of feel like you're grabbing shoulders and pushing down away and parting the crowd with some kind of reserve from deep inside. You want to find the source of that music, and you feel like you see a stage, but it's empty, but you hear the music that travels along the tops of the heads of the crowd, and it tells you to dance. Make a perform check.
Oh my gosh, never.
Come on, you can't do worse than me.
11.
You make your way across, and you just feel yourself dancing like the way you danced with your wife first time you met her, that same night, that music. She stepped off the stage, put her music away when she saw you, and the band kept on playing that she'd been traveling with, and you just kind of slowly dance in a circle towards the far end. And you come out the other side, and the music kind of fades away, and the crowd fades away, and you turn, and you also see this fairy that becomes this impossibly beautiful drow woman. And she just turns to look at you and gives you a smile. And it's the most beautiful woman you've ever seen.
I'm next. So I just follow the rope along the bridge.
You step onto the bridge, make a wisdom saving throw.
Where my dice at?
You're tied off on the rope, right?
5. Yikes.
You step out and you hear this deep, foreboding music rise up from the depths below you. And it starts to trigger all these memories of a lot of pain that you went through when you used to be in the Temple of Lolth before you left and went to the surface, and a lot of the abuse that you endured starts to rise up, the songs that would echo through the chambers of these dark temples deep beneath the surface.
Going really slowly.
And it starts to overwhelm you, and you start to feel absolute terror. There's nothing you can, you're starting to tremble. You have to make an acrobatics check at a disadvantage.
Oh.
Whoops. 7.
You're all kind of in this dreamlike space, and you turn and you see your friend. Like, there's just so much positive energy to what you're feeling. Like, it's an undescribable feeling. And you look over and you see her start to teeter, like she's gonna go over the side. And this woman who's standing there with you, she opens her mouth. You hear something, but she's not actually vocalizing it. And it rides out across, and you hear it whispered. It just says, "Dance to me, my child." And you hear it. You get another wisdom saving throw.
Where the fuck did you go?
Where did it go?
This does not bode well. What was it?
Wisdom.
13.
You hear it hit you like a wave, and all the terror that was taken over you, you hear her words. You hear her words for the first time in life. You know who's calling you. It's Elistri. She's standing on the other side waiting for you, and it just blasts you full of energy and vigor. And you hear the words, "Dance to me, my child." Make a performance check with advantage, which is a charisma-based skill.
22.
You watch her dance across, I guess like that. And you step out, and you already know that the fairy is out of straight. You already sense it. Yeah.
I know.
And you come across the other side, and the music as you dance across changes to this just ethereal, open, airy. It reminds you of the moment you stepped out of the dark into the light for the first time. It just feels like freedom. And you step right off, and she doesn't even let you put a foot down. She just puts her arm around you and pulls you in. And she has this huge smile, and she just says... I kind of would want to. She's gorgeous. She puts an arm around you and pulls you in, and she whispers, "Welcome home." And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode of D20 Babes.
She pulls everything down from the shelves, breaks the table, and
No!